at least one point. That's usually helpful. You know what I found in my listening to sermons? I don't remember long discourses, but I'll remember a message. You know what I mean? In other words, I know I've learned, at least for me, and this may not be true for others, I've learned that if I have to say too much to explain it, if I have to explain it, they're not going to hear it. And if I have to keep explaining it, it's because I don't understand it. That usually, if I have a formula. If I can't summarize a sermon in one sentence, it's probably not ready to preach. And that's why I was sort of joking when I said it needs to have at least one point. But the truth of the matter is, it does need to have one point. A point that may be expanded, developed, looked at, understood in different ways. But there needs to be a message. I love was it Eugene Peterson's Bible translation, the message? That's what the scriptures are, the message. It's God's got a message for us. And preaching needs to have a message. Folk come to hear a message. There's a scene at the end of, well, it's not at the end, it's in the Color Purple, and it's in the book, but it's really developed nicely in the movie, where the preacher's daughter, who's been alienated from her father, who's a preacher, she's at the bar, and she's been at the bar all night, and her father's preaching in church on Sunday morning, and she's been cavorting all night long in this bar, and her father and the church folk are having church on Sunday morning. Well, the bar folk were still in the bar, and they get their saxophones, you know, this is in the like 1920s or something, they get their saxophones and their musical instruments, and they start singing and dancing and kind of marching in kind of New Orleans style. Well, the folk in the church are singing, there's a gospel choir singing, and the choir in the church is singing, God is trying to tell you something. And that's the refrain of the hymn that they're singing. And what happens in the scene is that the folk from the bar, being led by the preacher's daughter, who's been alienated from her father for a long time, she's singing the song of the bar. They're singing, God is trying to say you something in the church. And slowly but surely the two songs merge. And she walks through the door of the church, and it's the moment of reconciliation with her father. That's what preaching is about. It is where the song of God and the song of the world come together and a new song gets sung.